Hi, I'm freaking out inside of myself because I'm trans. And I think that I'm okay with it. Like, I'm more okay with it than I have been in the past. But I think I might need to physically transition, which really scares me. It's not like the physical changes really frighten me. All of that really frightens me, and I think the thing that is scariest is that like I've always subconsciously thought of myself as a man. I guess the only way I could really say it is that like that's kind of how it was. Like the part of me that views life, that is an observer, that is internal, is very masculine, even though I am very feminine as well. I think I have a beautiful body. I really like my body, and I've learned to like it over time. I've learned to accept it, because what are you gonna do? You know, if you feel like your body doesn't belong to you, like you could suffer and be in a lot of pain, and I have suffered and I have been in a lot of pain. But over time, as the years go by, it's like, well, I don't want to suffer. Like, I don't want to suffer. I'm gonna love my body even though it doesn't logically make sense to me. And so I've learned how to look at myself in the mirror in a way that doesn't yield any kind of suffering. If I don't look at it too closely, I don't get too confused. But over time, I've realized that this very primal part of me kind of thinks that I have a flat chest, and kind of thinks that I have a deep voice, and kind of thinks all these things about myself subconsciously that, well, frankly, in the external experience, I don't necessarily have those things. And so every now and then I hear myself talk, and I'm like, oh my god, my voice is so high, that's so weird, I sound like a girl, I'm not a girl. I thought that I was a woman. I really thought that I was a woman, okay? Like, I really did. I want to be like a man who like really understands what it's like to be a woman, and I want to be a woman and to like also really understand what it's like to be a man. I'm trans, and I can't even begin to explain how intense the process that I'm going through is. I feel like I'm dying and being reborn. Um, I feel like a train that's running out of fuel. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what's going on. Every belief that I've ever had is being shifted right now, to the point where it feels like my mind is a library that's tumbling away. Um, I'm just having a really hard time right now. I'm scared. I don't see the end of it, but I know that I have a life to live. I know that I have a life worth living. Certainly, life isn't about all this suffering, right? Certainly, life isn't about all of this pain. I don't think that life is about this pain, but it's this inexorable pain. It doesn't have any words. It's just like I can't even explain. Like, I don't know, I don't know what could take me out of it except for God. Oh, this is really good soup. I just remembered this quote that my mentors put on the fridge at my art collective, and it says, if you're going through hell, keep going. And now I know why that quote exists. I had a realization in the mirror a few seconds ago, and it was that I might need to go on testosterone. I'm feeling a lot better. I don't know why I'm feeling better. I don't know what mechanism inside of me made me feel better, but I feel better. Um, it's only been like 30 minutes, I think, and I went from feeling horrible to okay. I don't feel completely okay. I don't feel like amazing, but I feel like I have a stronger relationship inside of myself to what is real. And I'm gonna go to the beach, and I'm going to look at the ocean. And I've kind of found an acceptance inside of myself. Like, if I have to physically transition, like that's okay. I feel like better about my gender than I have in a long time. I don't feel as confused about it. Like, me polarizing myself to be super masculine is like false, and me polarizing myself to be super feminine is also false, because I feel a big level of like dysphoria when I'm super feminine, and I feel equally as much dysphoria when I'm super masculine too. My gender is getting so much more clear, which is something that I am so, so grateful for. I used to be so ashamed of being trans. I still have a lot of shame about being trans because it feels like such a weird problem. It feels like such a weird, confusing, and like disorienting problem. It feels like the most taboo thing ever. More and more, I feel like I'm supposed to go on T and I'm supposed to get top surgery, or I feel like it could be the right thing for me to do. Because when I see my breasts in the mirror, I feel very that was a good face. I feel very confused, and I feel like I kind of like intuitively think that my body is like a male body when I have breasts. So like I kind of just see my breasts as like, oh, my chest is kind of like weird and like bumpy today. And that's kind of just how I've always seen my breasts for years. And um if I look too long, it just shatters me. I feel this intense fatigue, and um it's really hard. It feels like it doesn't want me to like be. It's like this like iron. My body feels like it's made out of iron, and it's almost like the severity of it feels kind of like it like death. I'm resisting life. I've been in a funk when I had a job, and I've also been in a funk since not having a job. And then I got COVID, and then getting COVID reminded me of how much of a funk I've been in this whole time. I came here and I moved here, and I haven't really been living my life. And I don't really know what the hell that is. But it's just I know energetically what it is, and it's like this resistance to life itself. And it's like I've been resisting my purpose. I've been resisting my own transformation. And then I got sick. And like now I'm getting better, and I'm also not getting better because I don't feel better. And I feel like I need to transition. I feel like I need to go on hormones. Because I already feel like I have gone on hormones. Like, I already feel like my voice is deep. I already feel like I have an Adam's apple. I already feel like a man. Like, ever since April, I've had this part of my being that is just avoidant and exhausted and resistant to life. And it's really taken a toll on my life. And this energy, I don't know, I feel like it comes from my resistance to my transition. It's true that the more that I resist my transition, the more that I will get sick And after I make these videos, I like to deny that I'm trans and deny that there's something up. But I feel like the more that I do that, spirit, I feel like, is just gonna keep pushing me to more severe forms of dis-ease until I can't do anything else except transition, because this has been happening for 5 years. That's longer than high school. And it's sad because it really shows me like how I haven't really been living. I've kind of been in a limbo. And I had this vision today when I was in the bath. And I was like in gray. I was just like in this gray energy. And I was like, fuck, like I don't have any fucking energy to do anything. And my spirit guide appeared to me and she was like, Saru, like, come on, like, come out, Saru. And she grabbed my hand and floated me up to this cave where everything was so colorful. There were all these jewels everywhere, and she was like, stay here. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You can just be, just stay here. And I like that. I don't like this weird gray energy that I'm in. As maybe the gray energy is my own resistance to being trans. I think that the way that I can feel into what is authentic for me is that whatever it feels like, it feels vibrant and it feels rainbow and it feels like home and it feels like I'm alive and feels like radiance. And I think that maybe I need to strive for that now. You know, strive for it the best way that I can. And if I can, like, make any physical changes in this moment, you know, I could cut off all my hair. Does that make me feel more vibrant? If that, you know, fucking hell, if that makes me heal faster from this fatigue and that makes me feel more alive, then maybe I should just fucking do it, because I can't get sick because I'm resisting life. That's just so fucked up. So, cut my hair. I feel so much better. I feel like I am alive. I feel alive. And